Hey folks, this is Bobo the Vulture, and this is Let's Play Tecmo Super Bowl 1993 Season Mode. I'm getting a couple of these under the belt before the football season starts, because I'm also going to have to spend a lot of my LP time in the near future trying to get some MLB Power Pros in. Plus, I actually have access to this TV, which theoretically I could just take the ROM files and everything that I'm working on right now and move them to my little tiny laptop. This is the One More Match edition. But let's take a look at the schedule here. We're going to be facing the Dolphins. And, everyone, let's see whether or not Jim Kelly is ready to come back yet. He's back! Thank you for not retiring forever. For those that missed it, in week 1, I realized that this was going to be my best chance to get... Oh, well, you're returning? Well, that's what I wanted anyway. To get the little fancy cinematics for 100 yards rushing, 150 yards receiving, and 300 yards passing all in one game. There's no, like, extra special thing that you get for doing it. It's just a personal challenge I set to myself. But after I got 150 yards receiving and 100 yards rushing... see, it's a hard game. It's a hard game, you guys. Jarvis, you gotta put the Infinity Stone inside your body. That'll help you recover from injuries. No, not his thumb. Don't hurt his thumb. I mean, Surf, yes, it's a little funny, but yeah, if you're a quarterback and you injure your thumb in some serious, either irreparable or very difficult to recover from fully way, I mean, your hands are sort of your money makers. I get, you know, retiring off of a thumb injury, as silly as it sounds. That's what they mean when they say shake your money makers. Yeah, they just mean give really vigorous thumbs ups. Or thumb ups. How would you say that, guys? Thumbs up? Thumbs up or thumb ups? Or thumbs is ups is... Yeah. You guys understand my confusion, hopefully. You got thumbed up. Wait, effing, you're trying to shake your thumbs? Are you having difficulty shaking your thumbs? Shake your forbidden parts. Shake your forbidden parts. Seven yards of returning. And, let me do something real quick here. Okay. It automatically put Jim Kelly back in as our starter. So that's good. Why do they call him fingers? You never see him fing. Oh, there they go. Look at him finging. Like, really, just you're shaking your hand. So, like, you don't have control over the sort of, like, lower thumb joint, where you can just sort of, like, waggle it back and forth. Why am I doing this right now? I'm like doing this towards the screen as though I'm somehow showing you the way that you shake your thumb. Get into the game, Bobo. Plenty of lip and tongue action, or hot thumb action. You do, you're not sure you want to call that shaking. Well, shaking's in the eye of the beholder, I guess. Alright, Jim Kelly. I have total 100% faith in you. I'm going to give you the ball right out of the gate because I want to show you how much I trust you, and I'm glad to see you back. That wasn't your fault. That was still plenty good. Don't take this personally, but I'm giving the ball to Thurman Thomas. Oh, well, I saw that coming, didn't I? Not used to having to punt, but let's do it. Now that the rust is off, we run it. Yeah. We're not going coast to coast here, so we need to give it full power. Almost perfect. Now, I hope to see the line melt. Yes, because I did call that play. You can tell, well, I guess it's possible there are two different plays. You can sort of tell from the, I don't know how much everyone is familiar with sort of the way that these plays are diagrammed out. You can sort of get an idea of like, oh, the blue player is the quarterback, the red player is either a receiver or the running back, depending on which play you're looking at. The 4 plays on top, the red path is the path the running back is meant to take. And the red paths on the bottom are the paths your receivers are intended to take. But you'll notice that the second and fourth pictures underneath the pass, so the bottom second and bottom fourth ones, there's a little dotted line out to a blue dot. That basically means that those are from a position where it's a far back snap. So if you see here, the player 2 character, Dan Marino, is actually right behind the center. So this is not that play. But that's sort of an indication. It's a way that you can see, and then if you see that he's back there and you picked a play where he's defending back there, you know, you've got like a 1 in 2 chance that you got it perfect. If you see that he's not back there, then you know you're going to have your work cut out for you. Unless you know, pick one of the other plays. You guys understand how this works, possibly. It's possible to do 100-yard passes, sure. Possible to do 11-yard losses and a sack, too. And I'm appreciative when they do. I mean, when my guys do it, too. There you go. G.I. Joe. Catch him. That's a throw outside anyway. Doesn't matter if you caught that. Let's see if we can get in here and block this. Nope. Oh wait, is that the end of the first or the second? It was his touchback. Why'd you guys just pile all over me like that? That's rude. That's rude. Couch near your computer, but dang lucky is taking the whole thing up, even with his small size. I'm sitting on a love seat, and I got Hazel over here, and she's taking up more than her fair share of the real estate. Because I leaned slightly forward so that I would have a better angle on all this football action. Whew. Animals, I tells you. Oh, it tells you. Blue 48, blue 48. Put. All right. Everybody is covered, so let's just try and minimize the loss of yardage. Okay? Okay. Round 52, round 52. Plonk. Oh, that's foolish. Alright, well, I sort of dug myself into a hole here. I need a completed pass in order to make this set of downs work. And it could just bounce off of Andrew Davis's head. Why not? Now, this is going to be a very far... So this is a scoreless game so far. Now this ought to be a nice, monstrous punt kick. Get him right into the danger zone. The catch? That's right. That's pretty much what we just saw. Alright, see, now he's back in the shotgun position. We're gonna come in and clobber him. Nice job, Keith Willis. I'm just picking those plays a lot for... Sometimes when, the computer is not really superstitious in this way, but, sometimes when I'm looking at, the computer sets of plays, I go by which one I think would be the most logical, the one that I would try and play. Because it presents the appropriate options. Wow. Yeah, get over there. I didn't get it in time. I tend to think I'm not... Yeah. Not gonna get a fair catch out of this. Ugh. I'm not gonna say that, like, my heart stops a beat or anything like that in those situations, but I am always concerned that either A, my guy is going to end up injured out of one of those, or B, that gonna end up fumbling the ball. Actually, that turned out not half bad, didn't it?
First down. Blue 43. Hut, hut, hut.
BB! Get us on the scoreboard. Thank you, Don BB. I didn't want to call that same play like 3 times in a row. I figure eventually the CPU might wise up to it. Nice. This gives us the potential opportunity to, if we can back them up at all, get them into safety territory. I'm going to take the timeout. Not a bad thing. Oh, that was the other fun thing about going to an arena football game with Bean. She loves to yell at the coaches. Quick, get it in! Oh, so close. It's alright, we got this. She just likes to yell, call timeout! Get your shit together! Even if it's like the middle of the 3rd quarter, there's no reason in the world to burn a timeout. She just likes to yell, call timeout, get your shit together. Because she apparently thinks they actually need, like, a mental break to stop and recenter and be like, oh, right, we're supposed to be playing a good game of football right now, not this crap that we're doing. We're sorry, everyone. We'll try harder. I went ahead and just sort of ran around in the orbit because I was willing to let them just burn off the clock without getting another play on. I kind of feel like they should have really touchbacked there, but who am I to second guess the CPU? This has been a defensive slugfest here. We are at less than 100 yards total between the teams. Only 2 touchdowns on the board. Only 4 first downs. This has been a game of next to no yardage. That's the kind of exciting play people like. Miami does not have any passing or receiving yardage to speak of, so they don't have a top receiver or a top passer. And our QB rating this game has got to be pretty atrocious. We have a 25% completion rate. I will go ahead and accept a touchback here. I do not like the idea of fighting those guys.
Blue 48! Blue 48! Put! Put!
Baby! Baby! Should have ducked down a little bit more there. Nice though, 61 yards. I'll buy that for $1.
Red 24! Red 24! Put! 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 Put!
Yeah, Rios, I like the old-fashioned games myself. I think without cheat hacks, I was never going to be good enough at Smash TV to be able to get the whole way through. Interestingly, probably my fondest memories of Smash TV as a game come from renting the NES port, which had an unusual control setup where you could either do the sort of like you're just firing in front of you, or you could do a setup where if you only wanted to have one player, or if you had a 4-score, like the multi-tap adapter. Damn it. Damn it. If you had the multi-tap adapter, you could do it with 2 different players. But where you basically just held the 2 controllers, one in each hand, and one of them controlled your shooting and one of them controlled your movement. I remember JG and I just ended up doing it where I think he controlled the... I forget which one of... Like, basically, we just ended up doing it where one of us was controlling the firing and the other one was controlling the movement. So it was like one of us was playing a rail shooter and the other one was playing like an avoid the obstacles game.
First down! Red 32! Red 32! Put! 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 Put!
Dang it. Usually, even if they do one of those up the middles, I'm usually able to sort of like catch them out anyway. But I got locked up with somebody else. Bam! Potato salad. Sorry, Leel's not here. Seems unfair to say. Bam, potato salad.
Red 24! Red 24! Put! 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 Put!
Did you hear? Hey everybody, have you heard the news? Sack's in town. Hey fellas, have you heard the news? You know Sack is back in town. There you go, get up there. He's the sax man. Wee ba 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 da boop. That's the Scatman. Never mind. The Scatman's personal predilections are his own business.
Blue 48! Put! Put!
Alright, if you're not going to cover BB, I'm going to throw to him. That's just the way things are going to go.
First down!
I mean, they keep covering Andre Reed, and I don't blame him. He's a great receiver.
Put! Put! First down!
Alright. What else do we want to try here? Let's try this.
Round 52! Round 52! Hut! 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 Hut!
Let's give Reed a chance to go long, too. See whether or not they cover him. Nope. But they're not going to cover BB. You fools!
Red 24! Red 24! Put! Put!
We ought to be able to get enough
Touchdown!
out of that for that to be that. That guy runs around Thurman Thomas impotently. There's nothing you can do to stop the touchdown now. He's already in the end zone, you fool. Hazel is just waking up, I guess. Stop him, Terminator. That's right. I would hear him alternatingly called Burnin' Thurman and Squirmin' Thurman, depending on, I guess, whether or not he was outrunning tackles or sort of evading them. Nicely done. The other thing about playing on the line is you sort of have the option. You can just sort of bounce off of a guy like that in horrific fashion. You can try and take the run in yourself. See if you can make a sack. Or you can just loosen up enough other guys on the line. See if any of them can make a play. In this case, they didn't make it in time, but sometimes it works. It was a really slow first half. We sort of opened it up a little bit here in the third, but hubris is bad. I've learned. Irving Fryer. Wow, even the CPU doesn't seem to know what to do with the Dolphins getting a touchdown. Slow down a little is what I'm saying. Onside kick. I guess that's to be expected. They've already got their plays all picked out. Gonna give Hazel a pat, because she's very cute. I realize that you guys are not able to see that at the moment. She's very adorable. Guys, I'm begging you, cover Dawn Baby. Actually, you know, don't, but seriously. Really feels like you ought to. There's the 150 yards receiving graphic. Note, the 150 yards receiving graphic is not the reason that I'm now giving the ball to Thurman Thomas. It's completely unrelated. It has to do with our placement on the field.
First down.
You have a little more room to run when, let's give Davis a chance. All right, he got both yards.
Round 52. Touchdown.
Let's go ahead and make sure that Thurman Thomas stays atop the NFL's list of leading scorers. There he is, scoring again. Could be 35 right now, but I was so foolish in pressing the button too early. Oh yeah! Oh no! That was quite a kick return, my friend. I gotta give you credit. You can use it at any of the Boboville shops at bobotopias.com. I got an assist on that sack. I got a hand in on it, but that's alright. It looked like Hansen had it on his own, but then he was struggling because Dan Marino is such a powerful badass. Had to go listen to Saxman. I'm not even sure I know the Saxman song. I'm thinking of the Scatman song, which I kind of wish I wasn't. But there you go. That's a great field vision ad there. It'd be a shame if someone dropped a sack on it.
Blue 43. Hut. 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 Hut.
Ah. That was very impressive. I called the correct play, and cool under pressure, Dan Marino managed to get the ball, managed to get a pass off. They managed to get the reception. I'm not mad about it, because Dan Marino is supposed to be, it's weird to say it, but like, he's a legendary quarterback, right? He's like a mythic figure. There we go, side change. Legendary for his Ace Ventura appearance. That's right. Laces out, Dan. All right. I may regret this. Hey! You guys decided not to guard Andre Reed this time.
Touchdown.
Reed gets a pass. It's not just good, it's great. I could have let that one go a little farther, but within the 10 is still not a bad range. As long as I don't get past the 20, I'm usually satisfied with the performance of special teams.
24. Hut. 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 Hut.
Ouchie. I got knocked the fuck back. That's right, I got knocked the fuck back. Once again, I called the correct play. All the guys got speed bonuses. Dan Marino still managed to get a pass off.
Red 24. Hut.
It's something that you can use as an exploit. If there is a play that, like, literally their guys are not fast enough to counter you. Like, I've done it before in this game using... actually, the Dolphins have the same play. It's that second pass play there. The one where sort of everybody comes out and then turns around, curls back around. If you get that snap, and it's a snap a little ways back, the guys, it still takes them like a second to get to you. So you can use your reflexes to get the ball thrown off. And if the guys aren't all in position yet, the defensive players aren't all in position yet either, there's a chance that you will manage to go ahead and get the reception. Kind of a risk. What are you going to do?
Ready. Set. Hut.
Let's go ahead and get one more score in here. Oh no, we didn't get it. And we injured Thurman Thomas in the final play. It's fine, we didn't need the extra points. Shouldn't be trying to run up the score. Well, there you go. The game opened up a little bit more there in the second half. Got up to 200 pass yards. Oh, I didn't actually hit 100 rushing yards. Why did I think I had? No worries. Herman Thomas had 89 yards. We could have gotten him to 100 through a little bit of slightly different play calling, but again, I really should avoid trying to make that the goal in these games. I really should just aim for the actual victories. And let's go ahead and auto-skip through the rest of Week 4 so that then we can look at our rankings in the NFL Pantheon. Now, we are one of the first teams to take our bye week, so... among the earlier teams to take our bye week, so... Our guys might be a little behind in cumulative stats, but we'll see. It is possible, for example, that Thurman Thomas will not be the leading rusher just because he has a whole game fewer of yards. Yeah, that's right. That'll never change, and then we'll come back. No. I don't understand the whole Los Angeles and football thing. I mean, it's something that has been discussed here probably in the past, like, this is the Rams, this is the Chargers. Like, I guess I'm not as familiar with California geography. Oakland is far enough out that it's essentially an entirely separate geographic area, right? Although they were the LA Raiders for a period. Were the Chargers ever in Los Angeles, or were they only San Diego? I can't remember. Either way, teams hop in, then they hop out. That's how they work for whatever reason. Cornelius Bennett is the NFL's leader in sack. Keith Willis is right up there in the sack, though. Oh, lordy. Interceptions, I think we only have like 2. Yeah. But they're about the same guy, so. Thurman Thomas is still the NFL's leading scorer, though, so we can be proud of that. Oh, and Moore is now the NFL's leading punter on average, because we've only ever had to punt twice. They've both been from relatively long distances. Oh, they started in LA. Okay. I wonder whether or not I actually remember them having started in LA, and I'm as old as all that. I don't know what year they would have moved. Alright, so Sanders still up there. Detroit's one of those teams that's just like, they'll have like a guy who's just amazing, and then the rest of the team is just shrug. Had to Google, got curious. They were in LA for a year. That's gotta hurt though, having a sports franchise in your team for just, or the sports franchise in your city for just a year. I mean, we may find out that pain because there's every possible chance that you know, the Washington Valor will leave after their inaugural season, because I mean, part of the issue is you have those games in the same size arena as like NBA and NHL, and it's a minor league sport. So yeah, you're not going to fill it. But yes, that also means it looks really conspicuously empty. Yards per reception? Andre Reed, killing it. What about overall yards? Ooh, Andre Rison has pipped BB in that respect. Excuse me. Well, not sure what the deal is here, but how about yards per attempt? I think just by not playing enough, by getting injured in the first game maybe, I think we've somehow managed to bork our team's passing stats, because neither Frank Reich nor Jim Kelly show up in these passing stats anywhere. Like, I could understand if they weren't among the best ratings, but like at this point in time, if we go out here and look at the team rankings, we actually have a really middling pass game. I would have thought that we would have actually have a really middling overall. Right, because of the bye week, and also because our last game was a pretty defensive game. We should be at the top of the defensive numbers just because, well, near the top of them, because so few yards given because, you know, an extra game out. Anyways, let's take a quick look at the schedule. Next week we will be playing the Giants. I will go ahead and leave that one for a later date, though. Although, let me write down in my pen here that it's week 3 is a bye for the Buffalo Bills of 1993. As I construct the schedule for uploading, I want to make sure that I have all of that correct. But anyways, that was a good time, everybody, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this off for YouTube, and when we come back next time, we'll be headed straight off to the Meadowlands. This may be the genuine... You know, that's possible. I think it might have been a year earlier than this, but this may be the literal game that the younger vultures went to at the Meadowlands. Although, of course, I never know whether or not in this game they're listing the home team first or second, because the little red dot doesn't really tell you whether or not it's saying versus or at. But this is Buffalo at Giants. This could well be the game that young Bobo and JG attended with some distant cousins that lived in Jersey. Anyhow, folks, this is Bobo the Vulture, and this is Let's Play Tecmo Super Bowl 1993 season. Thanks very much for watching. See all of you next time. Bye for now.